Hey everyone, welcome to my video review for, so as you can see, it is Sonic the Hedgehog. Just zooming in for a little bit with my new camera. 215. Okay. And I have to say this was a very interesting issue, and to be truthful, I did read the issue on YouTube thanks to Funny Stuffy, who posted it on there. And what's funny about that is every time that person always posts the issue online on YouTube, I always end up getting it about a few days later. But anyway, let's get into this comic, shall we? Now, first of all, I want to ask you a question. Did you receive your comic like this if you subscribed? Because this is the first time I've seen this done in a while. This is really weird. Usually they have backing and the things right there, but this is a first for me. And you gotta open it, believe it or not, right in the middle. I guess it's because it's magazine style or something, but anyway. Let's get right into the issue, shall we? And I guess it makes it easier. I don't know. But let's get right into the issue. Now, first of all, we do start out with the first preview pages. With the first preview pages, if you will, of what we read basically online. Of Archie, that Archie posted. It's basically, we have Nicole here showing a transmission through her eyes, holographic eyes and everything. And of course it shows our cast and everything. So, alright, anyway. Like I said, we kind of begin, like I said, with our issues, with our first 5 pages. And oops, sorry about that. Didn't mean for that to happen. Anyway, Sonic goes up to the northern tundra and everything, and meets up with the Arctic freedom fighters, who are happy to see him, although we do see kind of a dissension a little bit between the Arctics, or maybe a little disagreement or something, I don't know. Well, anyway, we get into the issue itself, and basically Sonic wants to know what the plan is, and I can't think of her name right now. I can't think of her name right now. Her name is, I can't think of that wolf girl's name. Oh, that's her name, Irma. And there's Cecilia. There's actually, believe it or not, there's 2 female freedom fighters in the Arctic freedom fighters. I don't know if anybody kind of realized that or not. So, I don't know if anybody knew about that, because look at Cecilia. I think that's kind of a thought right there, because I think everybody always thought it was probably a male or something. Kind of reminds me of the situation that they had with the Care Bears. No one knew if Swift-Heart Rabbit was a boy or a girl until finally Nirvana Animation said, hey, look, Swift-Heart's a girl, so get over it. Anyway, Irma, if you will, goes over the plans of how they're going to fight off the Dark Egg Legion that's up there. Now, they're basically coming up with a plan. Cecilia wants to know where Rotor is, and basically Sonic's got to explain that back in 175, the home invasion by Robotnik, that Rotor basically got injured, or basically sustained a back injury. And basically tells them that because of that, Rotor has had to basically, sorry about that. Rotor has basically had to, I think we can read it right there, has basically had to call it quits when it comes to being a freedom fighter. And it kind of disappoints them a little bit. It saddens them a little bit that, you know, someone that they became close friends with can't be with them in this time of need. But speaking of Rotor, we end up seeing Nicole show up at his workshop. She wants to know why he wanted to see her. Well, anyway, let's turn the page again. I'm sorry if I have to lift it, but here we go. I should put something in front of that, shouldn't I? Anyway, Rotor goes on. Basically, Rotor is asking her if he could build something for her using the nanites. Now, Nicole says she could, but doesn't know if she'd be comfortable in doing so after what she did as Iron Nicole. And well, the reason she's worried is because after what she did as Iron Nicole, I think we all know is she's about the fact that she's basically worried about abusing her control. And she also worries that there might be others out there who feel the same way as she does, basically the fact who feel that she may be abusing her control and everything, and or maybe they feel even worse than that. Maybe they feel uncomfortable or something. I don't know. I mean, she basically explains it right here. I mean, I don't know if you could read that, but she basically explains it right there as to why she doesn't, feel very comfortable in doing it. Now, Rotor does try to comfort her by saying everyone was a little spooked by the Iron Dominion's invasion, but but Nicole will see for herself that they will calm down and probably put it to the side. Basically, he's reassuring her that nothing will come of it anymore. No one will get on you. And he basically does comfort her by also saying that that nobody is supposed to know about this anyway, about this little thing. And Nicole says, okay, it'll be our little secret. So she goes on to start building the device. And she does say that they're going to keep it a little secret, this whole thing, especially for Rotor's sake, because she kind of questions him, about the fact that because she kind of questions the fact that didn't he just say that he was going to stay behind? And Rotor says something I think everybody has been saying about this character, and he says he only did that to shut Hamlin the hell up. And that this is his herd. He's talking about, most importantly, it's his family. Now, of course, Nicole's worried. Nicole says she can emphasize with that, but wonders what would happen if he is caught. Now, Rotor does say that, well, with the design that he gave her to build this device, he should be gone and back before the sun sets and nobody will miss him. And he says, but he does say that either way, he's been out of the mix for too long and his herd needs him. And that he needs to do this for his herd and for himself. And he tells Nicole that he's ready to go and that she is just about finished there. And it's kind of good because she's just about finished with the suit. And that she hopes she follow Rotor's instructions to a T. And then we get this kind of like almost a half a splash page of Rotor saying, you did more than just that. You know, you did perfectly. Now she does wish him good luck. But Rotor thanks her, but says it will be the Dark Egg Legion that needs the help now. So anyway, we go from that, and we basically seen Rotor kind of recalling that, you know, being back in action is just like being back in the good old days. Back when he used to be a freedom fighter, and how he used to build all these weapons and stuff for them. That could, you know, punch holes through zones and dimensions and all that. And then he does recall, kind of sadly, there was the time when Sonic was flung into space, basically when they thought Sonic was dead. And that he tried to fill the void Sonic left behind with even bigger, badder weapons. As we can see here. But feels as though he went a little overboard, and he took out, and that even though he took out plenty of badniks, he almost took out some freedom fighters as well. Basically he says he almost took out freedom fighters as well if he had gone so far. And I think we see that that's that Lenny cat he's holding in his arms. Basically, Rotor is saying here, one of the reasons he stopped building these kind of things is because while he was trying to take Sonic's place as leader and possibly the hero of Mobius, that even though he did his job, he went a little too far. He may have gone a little too far. And he does recall that after that he vowed he'd never build another weapon. And he struck another weapon again, and he stuck to that oath pretty hard, maybe a little too hard. As he made a hypocrite out of himself more than once. And we see kind of like a flashback deal with Fiona, which kind of, I think in a way kind of tells us, I think what Ian's doing with the story here in Rotor's characters, he's kind of making Rotor kind of blame himself for possibly Fiona turning on the freedom fighters. Maybe. And what he means by being a hypocrite is also when he recalls them building the metal Sonic Troopers. Even though he had Sir Charles, Sonic's uncle, supervising him. Now he does say that what he told Sonic and the council is that he does have certain responsibilities to the people, and that after this adventure is done, once his family is safe, he will finally, once for all, retire. So basically for Ian, what Ian is saying here is this could be Rotor's grand finale as an official freedom fighter. Now, while that's happening, we see the freedom fighters, we see Sonic and the Arctic freedom fighters, you know, heading up for the base. Ace and getting ready. And you know, I don't know his name right now, this guy's name, but his main question is, I think it's his main question, or is it Sonic? Oh, it's Sonic's main question. He always wants to know why Eggman is after Rotor's people. And Irma probably sees them as the most prominent species in the northern tundra, or maybe the city of Eiselberg is the most influential settlement in the entire polar caps. And I will be back.